And as you start to settle in, just take a few deep inhales and exhales, filling up the belly, the ribs, the chest, and then sighing it out the mouth. Just allowing yourself to settle in. If you're anything like me this week, it's been the longest short week. So you need to de-stress a little bit here. Hopefully this flow will feel good. It'll be a little bit more challenging, but do what's best for your body. Don't force anything. Listen to those hamstrings, especially if they're sore from last class or if they're a little tight. Go easy with them. We will be targeting the legs today. It'll be full compassing practice with a few challenges that you can go into. And just see where you are. Start to settle in, start to bring yourself onto your mat, into the room, and into your body. Continue to scan over the body and drop in with each passing exhale. Then check in mentally, check in emotionally, allowing whatever comes up to be. Give it some validity, and then try to let go. Try to allow yourself to become more present with every passing moment. Maybe that's your intention for your practice today, is to be present in the body with the breath. Allow that intention to take hold in the mind's eye. Bring your hands maybe to your belly, maybe to your heart, maybe one on your hand, one on your belly and one on your heart. And then wherever you are, exhale fully. Inhaling to Om or sigh it out. And then allowing those hands to come onto the belly and ribs. Spread the elbows a little bit wider. Just feel the belly and ribs expand and contract with your next few rounds of breath. How much can you expand the ribs, and then how much can you contract them back to the center line? Allowing as much air in as possible on the inhales, and then drawing everything out on those exhales. And then starting to find some rhythm with your breath, matching inhales and exhales, and just noticing how that starts to feel in the body. Enjoying this moment of stillness before we start to move. Exhaling fully here, let those eyes blink open. And as you inhale, start to draw the knees into the chest. And then exhale, rock a little bit from side to side. Adding in a little bit of core and just warming up those hip flexors a little bit. As you inhale, take both legs up to the ceiling. And your knees can stay bent if you need to, but try to straighten them. And exhale here. As you inhale, keep your right leg up, extend your left leg long. Exhale there. Inhale, draws the left leg up. Exhale, right leg goes down. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, left leg down. Inhale, up. Exhale, switch legs. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, switch, maybe curl the spine up and keep the shoulders up as you inhale, leg up. Exhale, opposite leg down. Good, couple more rounds here. Inhale up, exhale lower, opposite. Inhale up, exhale lower. Last one here, inhale up, exhale lower. Inhale, both legs up. Exhale, release the head if it's up. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Adding in a little bit more. As you inhale, curl up, bring the knee toward, or the nose toward those knees. And then as you exhale, extend your left leg long, keep your right leg into your chest. Take an inhale here. Exhale, switch legs. Take an inhale here. Exhale, switch. As you do, hug that right knee in as close as you can. Inhale here. Exhale, switch. See if you can keep the right leg hovering. Take an inhale here. Exhale, switch. Take an inhale here. Exhale, switch. One more time each side. Inhale here. Exhale, switch. Last round here. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Inhale here. Exhale, hug both knees in, relax the head down. Rock a little bit from side to side. And then take those arms out like cactus. Keep the knees in as close as you can to your chest and drop both knees to the right, stretching out that left side. Press that top hip away from your top ribs. Roll that left shoulder back. Pull in through the low belly. And then press your right hand down onto the top thigh. Big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, brings those knees back up. And as you exhale, drop the knees over to the left. Same thing, press that top hand down. Roll the right shoulder back as your top hip goes away from your right ribs. Good, squeeze the ankles toward one another. Take another big inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, brings both legs up, back to center. Exhale, straighten both legs. Place the left foot on the floor. Right leg's gonna reach up to the ceiling. And just pause there. Push up through the heel so you feel that hamstring start to engage. Also the front of the hip, your hip flexor. And then maybe make little tiny circles with your heel. Make sure you go both directions. And then can you draw those toes any little bit back toward your head, getting into that hamstring a little bit more. And as you exhale, bring that right foot down. Take the left leg up on your next inhale. Good, engage through the low belly, push up through the heel. Find that engagement of the hamstring. And then little tiny circles with your heel. Opposite direction. And then can you draw those toes back toward your head any little bit more, really getting into the hamstring here. While you do that, can you relax the head and neck? Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, place that foot on the floor. Draw those knees into the chest one last time. And then from here, you're gonna roll over onto your belly. Bring a block with you, or a strap, or a pillow, something you can pass between your hands. So go ahead and roll down onto your belly. Just regular locust to begin. Ground down through the hips, ground down through the tops of the feet. Reach those arms back as you inhale, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, hover the hands, palms face down. Good, and then start to rotate those thumbs up toward the ceiling, palms face out. Keep grounding through the feet. Continue to breathe. If it feels okay for your low back, maybe start to hover the feet. Keep rolling the shoulders back. One more full inhale here. And as you exhale, release the feet, release the hands. Hands come underneath the forehead, rest the forehead on the hands. Take a couple breaths here. Let the whole body relax. Breathe into the backside. Good, keeping your forehead on your hands. I'm just gonna place them on a block so you can hear me. Forehead on the hands. And then take your legs, make them a little bit wider, and bend your knees toward the ceiling. Bend your heels toward the ceiling, not your knees. Bend your knees so your heels point to the ceiling. Good. Press down into the pubic bone. And then as you inhale, lift just your right knee up off the mat. And exhale down. Inhale left. Exhale down. Inhale right. Exhale down. Inhale left. Exhale down. Inhale right. One more time. Exhale down. Inhale left. Exhale down. Good. From here, keep pushing the heels up to the ceiling. Maybe press down into your forehead, into the hands. Press into the pubic bone. Inhale, lift both knees. Exhale down. Knees can go even wider if you need to for your low back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. Release the head, release the legs. Give those hips a little shake from side to side. Good. Then grab onto something that you can pass behind you. Grounding down into those toes. Taking a block, a blanket, a strap, whatever you're going to have. Place it in your right hand. Inhale, reach it to the back of your mat. Exhale, grab onto it with the left. Take an inhale, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, bring that left hand forward, pass it to the right. Exhale, right hand comes behind you again. Inhale, lengthen back. Exhale, left hand takes it, passes it forward. Exhale, right hand comes to the back again. Inhale, lengthen, locust. This time, exhale, keep it in the right hand, pass it to the left hand in front of you. Left hand brings it behind you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right hand to left hand. Inhale, left hand back. Exhale, lift. Good. One last time. Inhale, right hand to left hand. Exhale, behind you. Inhale, lift. Maybe lift the toes. And exhale, release it all down. Put that block off to the side. Turn your head to one side. And completely relax. Take a couple deep breaths into the upper back. Good. Bring that head back to center. And then bring your hands out, even with your shoulders. Come up onto those fingertips, elbows draw back. Press into the toes. Inhale, rolls the shoulders back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rolls you back. Exhale, lower. This time to hold. Inhale, rolls you back. Exhale, hold, elbows back. Neck grows long. Take another inhale here, ground through the toes. And exhale, lower. Good, hands by the side, tuck the toes, press back, knees. And then draw those knees a little bit more underneath you. Go ahead and bring your elbows down to the floor. You can place a block between your hands and squeeze the block in, press those elbows down. Or you can just press your palms down, press pinkies down, backs of the hands. Lots of options here. And then from here, straighten those legs, come to that low plank. Press into the elbows. Tailbone's gonna lengthen to your heels. Find some openness in the upper back. Draw those shoulder blades away from one another. Think cat pose. Good, turn on those legs. 2 more breaths here. 1 more full inhale. As you exhale, knees down, hips down. Point through those toes, find Sphinx pose. Elbows draw back, heart draws forward, top of the head lifts. Lengthen out through the toes as much as you press into the floor. Take another full inhale here. Exhale. As you inhale, start to look down. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, and then straighten those legs again. Find that low plank. 3 full breaths here. Press down into the mat, press into the block. Another full breath here. And then as you exhale, knees down, take the knees wide, find child's pose. Stretch that out. Pausing along the way, going slowly into that child's pose, maybe even rocking from side to side. Massaging into the low back and the hips. Just warming up the low back. The hamstrings and the hips are all kind of related into that area. We want to make sure it's nice and warm as we start to move into those hamstrings. Exhale fully here. Take those arms, reach them forward as you inhale, shift forward. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, spine, downward facing dog. Take a couple moments, pedal the feet, shift the hips. Do any movements that you need to feel comfortable here today in your downward dog. Explore. I'm gonna have you take a little wider variation in a moment, but just check in here. Exhale fully here. As you inhale, shift slightly forward. Take your hands out so that your first finger and thumb are still on your mat, and that your other three fingers are off the mat. So it's just slightly externally rotated. And then take your feet and step them in slightly so that your pinky toes are at the edges of your mat. So you have a nice wide downward dog. Good, then bend into the knees. Press into those hands, send the hips back, let the chest get closer to those knees. Good, find some openness in the chest, openness in the upper back. And now imagine the top of your head wants to lengthen down toward your thumbs. Good, take another inhale there. Keep pressing into the hands, exhale, straighten just your right leg. Inhale, bends into that right leg. Exhale, straighten just your left leg. Inhale, bends into your left leg. Exhale, can both legs straighten any little bit? Can you lift up through your hips more? Exhale fully. Inhale, shifts you back to plank. Exhale, bring those hands back underneath the shoulders. And then exhale, downward facing dog, move those feet back to normal distance. Good, as you inhale, take the right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, pause. Good, draw that hip down, the right hip down, spread through the toes. Inhale, come up high onto the ball of the left foot. And then exhale, let that left heel drop back as you press into the hands. Inhale, lift up onto the left leg. Exhale, push the heel back. Good, one more time, inhale, lift. This time as you exhale, lean forward, draw knee to nose. Step that foot forward, back knee is gonna come down. Good, pausing there. And then on your inhale, sweep those arms up. And exhale. Good, inhale, nice long spine. And as you exhale, cactus arms to the right. Big inhale, draw those shoulder blades onto the back. Exhale, reach the arms, straighten them. And then exhale, left hand down to the blocker floor. Press down, reach up through that top arm. And then if it's okay, maybe top arm reaches over the top ear. Maybe you keep it reaching up. Whatever's gonna feel best here. Take another breath here. Big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, circles that top hand all the way to the ground. As you inhale, bend forward into that front knee. Nice big stretch for the hip. And then exhale, shift the hip back. Straighten that front leg. 2 more times like that. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. 1 more time. Inhale, bend. And exhale, straighten. Good, pause there, take an inhale, drag that right heel slightly back. Lift up through the low belly, exhale, fold any little bit. Feeling that hamstring. Exhale fully. Inhale, lifts the chest. Exhale, bends into that knee. Plant the hands, lift that back heel, step it back, downward facing dog. Big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, rolls you forward plank. Exhale, lower knees or toes all the way to the floor. Keep the hands by the side, ground through the tops of your feet. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, a little bit of cobra. Exhale, heart forward, elbows back. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, press back knees, and downward facing dog. Big inhale there. Exhale. Inhale, takes that left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, pause there. Good, spread through the toes. Take an inhale, come up high onto the ball of that right foot. Press into the hands, you exhale, push the right heel to the floor. Inhale, lift up high onto the ball of the foot. Exhale, press back, keep lifting up for that left leg. One more time, inhale, lift as high as you can. And then exhale, draw the knee toward the nose, shift forward to plank, and step the foot forward. Good, back knee's gonna come down. Inhale, sweeps those arms up. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Good, big inhale here. And as you exhale, cactus arms to the left. Good, take an inhale, shoulder blades onto the back, lift the heart. Exhale, straighten the arms. Take an inhale here. And exhale, right hand down to the blocker floor. Press down, reach up to the ceiling, and if it's okay, top arm overhead. Shoulder blades draw into the back. Nice full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, circles that hand to the floor. Pausing there, take an inhale. And as you exhale, shift it back. Inhale, bends into the knee. Exhale, straightens the front leg. One more time, inhale, bend. And exhale, straighten. Pausing there, press down, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, draw that left hip back as you lengthen forward and a little bit. Couple breaths here. Exhale fully. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, bends into that front knee. Plant the hands, tuck the back toe, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Nice full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, rolls you forward, plank. Exhale, lower knees or toes all the way to the floor. Ground through the toes, ground through those hands, press down, inhale, shoulders back. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, press back knees or toes to plank, to downward facing dog. Nice full inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, pause there. Same idea, press into those hands. Inhale, lift up high onto the ball of the left foot. Exhale, press the heel down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, lift it up, look toward your hands. Exhale, step that foot forward. And then back knee's gonna stay up. So find your balance. Bend into that front knee. And then inhale, sweeps those arms up, crescent. Good, exhale here. Big inhale. Exhale, cactus arms to the right. Good, draw in through the low belly. Open the chest. And then exhale, reach through those arms. Take a big inhale here. And exhale, left hand down to the blocker floor. Press down, lift the hips up high, open the chest, and then maybe top arm reaches overhead. Good, nice full breaths here. Keep lifting up through those hips, rotating the chest. One more full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, circles that hand to the floor. Back knee's gonna stay up. You might need a block depending on how those hamstrings are feeling. Inhale, bends you into the front knee. Exhale, straightens the front knee. Inhale, bend, shoulders roll back. Exhale, straighten, chest draws forward. One more time, inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten and hold. Can you come up high onto the ball of the back foot? Can you drag your front foot back as your back foot draws forward? Maybe press into the heel of the front foot and draw those toes up off the mat. Maybe the whole foot except for the heel. One more breath here. Check your breathing. Exhale, press that right foot down if it's not already. Inhale, bend you into the front knee. Exhale, plant your hands. On your inhale, step it back, downward dog. Nice full inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, left leg reaches to the ceiling. Square the hips, exhale, hold. Press into those hands. Inhale, come up high onto the ball of the right foot. Exhale, press that right heel back. Keep lifting the left leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press it down. Good, one more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, look forward, step the foot forward. Finding your low lunge, find your balance, and then lifting the chest, find your high lunge. Good, draw in through the low belly. Power up that back leg, make it nice and straight. Get into that hamstring. Big inhale here. Exhale, cactus arms to the left. Inhale, elbows draw back, heart lifts. Exhale, reach through those arms. Big inhale here. Exhale, right hand down to the blocker floor. Left arm reaches, press down, lift up, open the chest. But keep lifting up through those hips. Don't let them drop too much. Use the strength of the legs, find some heat. Exhale fully. Inhale, top hand circles down to the ground. Exhale there. As you inhale, roll the shoulders back. As you exhale, straighten the front leg. Inhale, bends into the front knee, shoulders roll back. Exhale, front leg straightens as your chest bows forward. One more time there. Inhale, rolls it back. And exhale, fold. Pause there. Take an inhale. Come up high onto the ball of the back foot. Exhale, drag the front foot back, the back foot forward. Maybe on your next inhale, press into that front heel. Breathing here, draw in through the low belly. Exhale here. Inhale, places that front foot on the ground. Exhale, bends you into the front knee, plant the hands. Inhale, we'll step you back. Exhale, downward dog. Nice full inhale here. And exhale. Put a little bend into your knees. Inhale, walks your hands back toward your feet. Once your feet are firmly on the ground, relax the head and neck. Give a little nod, yes. A little shake, no. And then releasing the head back to neutral. Bring your hands to your knees or shin. Inhale, lengthen, nice long spine. Keep the legs as straight as possible. And exhale, fold any little bit over those legs. Take another full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen long spine. Exhale, hands to your hips. Bend the knees if you need to. As you inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. And exhale, hands by your side. Good, Tadasana. Standing all the way up, lift your chest. And standing. So here's where we're gonna get into our slippy slideys a little bit. So we're first going to stand on our mat and slide our back leg back. So we're going standing straight away, no kneeling. We're nice and warm. So take your mat, fold it forward so you have something to stand on, and take your slippy substance, whether it's a blanket, a towel. If you're on carpet, maybe it's a paper plate or a plastic plate. Those slide nicely. And so we're really going to target that back engagement of the back leg. So it's really going to get into that back leg. So you're going to start in Tadasana. Maybe have your block handy in case you need it. Chair, wall, whatever you might need. Ground down into those feet. Good. Exhale fully there. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, refold. As you inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, take your left foot to the blanket or slide. I'm just going to say blanket. And then exhale, slide it back into that low lunge. Hands are on the floor. Good, breathe here. Power up that back leg. Good, press down and drop in, so you're activating that low belly. Press into the front leg, and then inhale, start to stand. So our first instinct is to push back, and we're gonna slide. You have to pull in to keep lifting. Now, if this is too much to reach your arms up, keep your hands on your hips. Good, continue to breathe. You're gonna feel that left leg. Good, another big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, and then as you exhale, left hand's gonna come down, right arm's gonna reach up. Slide that leg back more to let those hips drop now. Nice. And now can you press down and open the chest, roll that top shoulder back, maybe look up to the top hand. Big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, top hand comes to the floor. Exhale there. Press into those hands. You're going to inhale, straighten the front leg as you drag your back leg in. And step that foot forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Good, inhale, lengthen here. As you exhale, bend to the knees, plant the hands, step the right foot onto the blanket and slide it back. Find your low lunge. Find the engagement, press down as much as you're pressing back, and then inhale, lift up. As you lift up, slide that leg forward. Pull in through the belly. Good, hands can be at your hips. Find the strength of those legs. Because you know you need to engage your glutes, those hamstrings, those adductors, your inner groin. Big inhale here. And as you exhale, right hand down to the block or floor, right leg's gonna slide back more, let the hips drop as you open the chest. A big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, circles that top hand to the floor. Exhale, pause. You're gonna lift the hips and inhale, slide that back leg in. Exhale, step to the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale reaches you all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, pause there. Notice the sensations in the front of the hips, on the sides of the hips, into those glutes and high hamstrings. Adding on just a little bit. Good, as you inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. As you exhale, refold. Inhale, lengthen. This time as you exhale, right foot to the blanket, slide it back. Find that low lunge. Good, draw in through the belly. And then as you exhale, take that right heel, drop it to the ground for warrior two. So this is gonna be the tricky part, right? This is that leg that it likes to push out too much. Draw in, bring your left hand to your left elbow. So there's gonna be a little modification. Yeah, there you go. So keep pulling in and then slowly start to lift the chest for warrior two. Press into that left leg. Good, keep drawing that right leg in, so you really have to use your adductors. Good, if you have your balance, maybe arms float like warrior two. I know, a lot of work. Good, take another inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left elbow back to that knee, right arm reaches. Now you can put more weight into that left knee, keep engaging the glutes, side angle pose. Good, another full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, circles that right hand down to the floor, left hand to the floor inside the front foot. Draw your heel slightly back behind you and then start to bend into that left knee. So find Tadasana, any version. So maybe you drop more down on toward the ground, but your right leg's gonna be straight so you can get your right toes toward the ceiling. So that's really gonna target that muscle we just worked. It's gonna let it stretch. Breathe. And your blocks can always be there. You can always have a chair there even to hold on to if you need to for balance. Good, take another breath here. As you inhale, circle yourself back toward your mat. Your right leg's gonna stay behind. You're gonna come to the ball of the back foot. Good, plant your hands on the mat. Step your left foot back to plank. Good, pause there. Good, you can either stay here in plank or maybe you do a couple plank sides. Think of knee to nose, but with both legs. So inhale, draw those knees in. Exhale, press them out. Inhale in, use the core and legs. Exhale out. Good, last time, inhale, draw them in, lift the hips. Exhale, forward fold. Good, pause there for another inhale. Exhale. Press into the legs, inhale, reaches those arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, step back to your mat. Second side. Inhale, sweeps those arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. As you exhale, left foot to the blanket, slide it back. Good, find that lunge, find the engagement, and then spin that left heel to the ground. Pull in as much as you push out, and then bring your right elbow to your right knee. Keep that engagement. You might need to keep more weight into that right leg. Pull in, maybe start to stand into that front leg. Keep pulling those inner groins in. I know a lot of work. If you're okay, arms can reach. Good, squeeze the glutes, open the chest. Good, one more full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, right elbow comes back to that right knee, left arm reaches up. Good, can you press those hips slightly forward and keep pulling in through that left inner heel. Maybe arm comes overhead. Good, one full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, circle that left hand and right hand into the inside of your right foot. Right heel comes back slightly, bend into the right knee, straighten the left leg. Coming into that Shavasana on the other side, pausing here. Breathing into that inner groin. Big inhale here. Exhale. As you inhale, start to pivot toward the left. Come onto the ball of the left foot. Plant the hands on the mat. Step your right foot back to plank. So again, you can stay here in plank. You can breathe here. You can draw the knees in toward your elbows, drawing them in on your exhale. Maybe you keep the legs straight and you lift the hips, think handstand as you drag the legs in. 2 more times or 2 more breaths. Exhale. Good, inhale. Exhale, this time we're all gonna come to standing. Inhale. Exhale, slide it in. Exhale, forward fold. Good, bend into the knees, make those feet a little bit wider than hip distance, and bend deeply into those knees. Pour the weight into the balls of the feet. If you can't quite reach the floor, press into a block or a chair so that weight can come into the toes. Draw up through the low belly, lift the kneecaps, and really send those sit bones toward the ceiling. Almost like you want to keep that curve in your low back. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, heel toe those feet out a little bit wider, drop the hips, come to Malasana. Stretching out those inner groins, rocking a little bit. Exhale fully. Inhale, plant the hands forward. Exhale, straighten those legs, parallel the feet. Take an inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Press into the legs. Inhale, sweeps the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good, you can go ahead and get rid of that blanket for now. You can bring your mat back out. And then standing at the top of your mat, we're going to go through that flow now that we exercise those areas. We're going to go through that flow just on our mat. See if we can keep the same engagement. So ground down. Blocks might be handy at the top of your mat. Ground down into those feet. And exhale fully. Good. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, let the eyes blink open. Inhale, takes those arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. As you exhale, step the left foot back, coming into that low lunge. On your next inhale, sweep those arms up, high lunge. So find that same engagement you did. Draw in through the belly, and then be thankful you're not sliding. Big inhale here. Exhale, find a twist to the right. Left hand down, right arm up. Draw in through the belly, press down, big inhale. Maybe exhale, top arm overhead. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, circles that hand to the floor. Draw in through the belly as you inhale, sweep those arms up again. Exhale, hands to heart. As you inhale, left heel to the ground, find warrior two. And exhale, pause. Good, finding that warrior two. Still find that engagement. Imagine you're sliding. Good, engage that right hip. Big inhale here. And exhale, side angle pose. Elbow to knee or maybe to the floor. You can go a little bit deeper since you're not going to slide. Maybe hand to ankle. Maybe to block. Draw that left shoulder back. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, circles that hand to the floor on the inside of the right foot. Right heel is going to draw back a little bit toward the back of your mat and then bend into that right knee. Finding Tadasana on this side. Breathing. Maybe even find a little bit of a twist, lift the chest and rotate open toward that left knee. Exhale here. Inhale, brings those hands back to the floor. Exhale, lift the hips, pivot toward the right leg, pause there in low lunge. You have options here. If you want a vinyasa, you can. If you want a handstand, you can. If you just want to step forward, on your exhale, step forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, refold. If you're doing the vinyasa, we'll meet up in a standing fold. Take another big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, step your right foot back. Find that low lunge. Take an inhale. Exhale here. Find that balance. And then inhale, sweeps those arms up. Good. Drop in through the low belly. Lift and lengthen. Power up that back leg. Drop in toward the midline as much as you're pushing out. Big inhale here. And then exhale, right hand down to the blocker floor. Left arm reaches. Power up those legs. Good. Finding a twist. Right hand down, left arm up. And exhale, top arm overhead. Bottom to switch hands. There you go. Big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, circles that hand to the ground. Find your balance again. On your inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, drops the back heel, open up warrior two. Exhale, pause. Really engage those glutes, squeeze them together to open the hips. Shoulder blades draw to the back. Tailbone drops. Front knee goes down and to the left. Big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, left elbow, left knee, maybe the calf, maybe the floor, maybe top arm reaches overhead. Side angle pose. Good. One more full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, circles that hand down to the inside of that right foot, or sorry, left foot. Left heel is gonna rotate out, drop into that left knee, straighten the right leg as you squat. Breathing there. Finding maybe a little bit of a twist, rotate the chest toward that right knee, opening it up. Another big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, rotating yourself back toward the left. Left foot's forward, right leg's back. Pausing here in that low lunge. Again, you have the option. You can vinyasa, or on your next exhale, step it forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Pausing here in the fold, take another inhale. Exhale, go a little deeper. Everybody in a standing forward fold. As you inhale, sweep your arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good, take a moment there, check in with those hamstrings. We're gonna slowly make our way to the floor. Exhale, fully hands by your side. Good, bend the knees, inhale, reach. Chair pose. Exhale, go a little bit lower. We're gonna make our way all the way to the ground here. Exhale, lower. Exhale, lower. Exhale, lower. Exhale, lower. And all the way down as your bum hits the ground. Knees come together, hands behind the knees. Find boat pose. Good, draw in. Find some more balance, some more lift of the chest. Hug the knees in with your arms. Spread through the toes. Good, take an inhale here. Exhale. Either stay here or add in a little bit of half boats, only 3. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, hug in. One more time, inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, hug in, take a big inhale. And then as you exhale, feet to the floor, round forward, hug those knees. And take a full breath here. Exhale. Good, release that. Let those legs come out straight. And maybe today take your legs the distance of your mat apart. Flex through the feet. Sit up high onto those sit bones. And if you need to, you can put something under your knees. We're gonna fold forward here, but just having them a little bit wider today. Take an inhale, lift the heart, maybe even hands start behind you, and then exhale, start to lengthen forward. Again, you always have that option if you would like. You can always use the strap. Keep pressing into the pinky edges here as you lengthen the heart forward. And just finding some length in those hamstrings. As you do, pull the heart forward to keep that little rounding in the low back. So your low back wants to be a little bit more concave, so you want to have that natural curve of the spine. Imagine you're standing on your heels and sending your sit bones to the back of your mat. 2 more breaths here. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, back up to center. Your choice of a twist here. So we're gonna go twist to the right first. So your right knee's gonna bend. You can take your right foot over the left. You can keep it to the inside. You can bend the left knee and place it over or on the inside. So you have options here for your twist, but we're gonna twist to the right first. So right hand behind you, right knee is bent, and twist. Good. Try to see if you can draw that right hip down to the floor, resist it with the elbow, and then forward by pressing into the ball of the front foot. And then can you press into the back hand to lift your chest more? Every inhale is going to lift the heart. Every exhale is going to draw that right shoulder back. And see if you can take your thumb and maybe point it to the back of your mat. So you're really opening up your shoulder. You're rolling that right shoulder back, drawing that right shoulder blade onto the back. Exhale fully. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the opposite side just for a moment. Right elbow, right knee, left hand behind you. Find a little counter twist. And then back to center. Take those legs out. And then left side. Left knee's gonna bend. Maybe your right knee bends too, maybe it doesn't. Your foot can come on the inside of the leg or the outside, whatever's accessible to you today. And then start to hug that left knee in. Try to draw that left hip down and forward, get that left sit bone down, and then start to rotate through the chest. Left hand's behind you. Can you rotate the hand so your left thumb points back as that left shoulder rolls back? Inhales, lift and squeeze the knee. Exhales, rotate you a little bit more. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift. Exhale, unwind. Go all the way over to the right. Right hand's behind you, left elbow, left knee. Roll the shoulder blades onto the back, lift the heart. Big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale up to the front. Exhale, unwind those legs and pause for a moment. Good, coming all the way back down onto your back, you're gonna need your little slippery surface again. We're gonna do those bridge slides. I'm gonna face you for a couple just so you can kind of see a little bit of variation that might help. And if you have any pinching sensations in the low back. So take a look for a moment. Hopefully I have space here. And so a couple options that you have for your legs, right? So you're gonna be laying back. So your legs sometimes are hip distance, and sometimes when you slide out, that causes a little pinching sensation in the hips. You can make your legs wider and point your toes out. And then as you lift and slide, it just gives you a little bit more openness. Or bring your feet together, squeeze your knees together, and slide and lengthen. That's gonna help stabilize your back a little bit more too. So you have, those are gonna be some options for you. We're gonna do 5 slides, and then we're gonna hold out for 3 breaths, and then slide it back in, and be happy we're done. All right, so set yourself up on your back, and if you don't wanna do the slides, you don't have to. I will not know because you're at home, and you can just hold in Grinch Pose. All right, so go ahead and lay down onto your back. Your feet are on the blanket. Press down into those elbows. I even like to hold on to my mat and kind of push it away from me while I'm doing these lifts. It just gives me a little counter. So press into the heels, inhale, lift the hips. Press down into those elbows, roll the shoulder blades onto the back, and then press into the hands. Good, take an inhale, slide the blanket away. Exhale, draw it in. Maybe make your feet wider. Inhale, slide it out. Exhale, draw it in. Good. 3 more times. Inhale, out. Exhale, in. 2 more. Inhale, out. Exhale, in. Good. Inhale, out. Hold. Lift those hips. Press into the heels. Good. Don't let yourself slide. Another full inhale. Press into those hands. Exhale, draw the heels in. Good, press into the heels. Inhale, lift the hips one last time. And exhale, lower. Unwind the shoulders. Let those knees knock in or even straighten those legs out. Let the hamstrings completely relax. Take a couple breaths there. Good, and then bending those knees again. From here, you're going to take your right leg back up to the ceiling. Take your hand just behind your thigh or your calf. And then let that hip drop to the ground. And imagine you're resisting your leg going down as you're pulling your leg back with your hands. So find that hamstring stretch. Maybe even point and flex through the toes. If it feels okay, maybe that left leg can go long. Be mindful of the back. Keep pressing that low belly down, low back down. Exhale fully here. Go ahead and bend into that right knee. Place that right foot on the ground. Take the left leg up to the ceiling. Good. Find that resistance either around the thigh or around the calf. Let that left hip drop down. And then find that resistance, maybe some point and flexing through the foot. Maybe that right leg goes long, finding some hold, some resistance. Exhale fully. Go ahead and release that leg, place that foot on the ground, place both feet on the ground. Pause here. Good, from here we're gonna do a little bit of a reclined heart opener. Maybe you have a couple pillows at home, maybe you have blocks, maybe you have a blanket. It doesn't even need to be that high. If you just have a blanket, you can roll that up in a nice little tight ball, and you're gonna place that behind your spine. So it's gonna come right down to your tailbone, and you're going to let yourself roll back onto that. Head's gonna be there too, and then just your shoulders will come off of that so it opens up your chest. So it doesn't have to be a huge heart opener. If you like the blocks, you can use the blocks. If you use the blocks instead of them, normally we have them this way. See if you can take the one under your spine, take it actually along your spine. So starting from your shoulder blades up toward your neck, and then the other block behind your head, just to give yourself a little bit more openness. So whether it's on a blanket or on the blocks, find yourself in a little heart opener here. And then your legs can be bent, knees up to the ceiling. Your knees can drop out to the side like Baddha Konasana, or your legs can go straight. Straight's gonna put a little strain on your low back. So if you're there, pull in through the low belly and lengthen the tailbone toward the floor. If your knees are bent, it takes a little bit more pressure off the low back. And then focus into your breath here. Nice full inhales and exhales. Notice the heart and chest lift on those inhales. And as you exhale, see if you can allow those shoulders to relax a little bit more. On your inhales, can you feel that openness happening in the upper back? And on your exhales, can you let your jaw relax, your tongue? About 5 more deep breaths here. 2 more full breaths. Exhale fully here. Bending your knees up toward the ceiling if they're not there already. And then drawing your elbows by your side, press into your hands, draw your chin to your chest. And then lean to one elbow, taking those blocks out from behind you. And go all the way down onto your back. Pause there for a moment, just check in with how that feels. See if you feel a little bit more open in the chest and the throat. And then from here, going into a little bit of Pigeon Pose. So take your right ankle over your left knee. If you'd rather go into belly down pigeon, you can do that as well. And maybe just pause here and kind of press your right knee away. So without lifting your left leg, just kind of see how that feels in the hip. Deep in that inner hip, we used a lot of different hip muscles today. And then as you're comfortable, start to draw those knees into the chest. Wrap the hands either around the thigh or around the shin of the left leg. And keep drawing those knees until you feel that stretch in your hip. And then once you're there, see if you can relax your shoulders. Can you draw your weight a little bit more over to the left? And then can you lengthen your right hip away from your right ribs, but continue to squeeze in. Push through the heel of the right foot a little bit more. And then find that steady breath. Exhale fully here. Go ahead and release that left leg. Keep the right ankle where it is. Place that left foot on the floor. Shift your hips slightly to the right. And then take that right leg all the way over the left knee. And then drop the knees to the left, coming into a little eagle twist. If that feels too tight for your hip, you can just slide that the left leg long and keep the right leg bent for a one-legged twist. So you have options here. Let that right shoulder be heavy. Can you take 2 breaths where you're squeezing those inner thighs toward one another, whether legs are straight or bent? Leg the tailbone toward your heels. And then on your next exhale, can you relax all those muscles any little bit? Let gravity take over for the twist. Exhale fully. Inhale, brings those knees back up. Exhale, unwind the legs, bring the hips back to center. Pause there for a moment. And then taking that left ankle over the right knee. Pause there for a moment. Send that left knee away from you. Just get that stretch inside that left hip. Flex through the foot. And then when you're ready, start to draw that right knee in toward the chest, wrapping your hands around the shin or the thigh. And then try to relax the shoulders. Lengthen your tailbone toward the end of your mat as your left hip draws forward, creating space into that left side. And maybe pour your weight a little bit more into your right hip. And then flex through both feet, push through those heels. And maybe draw the knees in a little bit more. If you ever want more intensity in this stretch, you're going to activate the leg that's on top by pushing it into the bottom leg. So that's just going to give you a little bit more activity, a little bit more active range of motion as opposed to a passive stretch. 2 more breaths here. Exhale fully. Inhale, releases that right leg, keep the left foot on top. And then shift the hips slightly to the left. Take that left leg all the way over the right and drop the knees to the right. If that doesn't feel good on this side, right leg can go long and go into a single leg twist. Excuse me. And then let gravity take over here. Inhaling and exhaling. And then for a couple breaths, can you find that engagement? Squeeze the inner thighs. Press your tailbone toward your heels. Actively draw that left shoulder to the floor. And on your next exhale, relax that engagement. Let gravity take over again. Exhale fully here. Inhale, draw those knees up. Exhale, unwind the legs, bring the hips back to center, pause. Scan over the body here, check in, see if there's any other posture your body needs before Shavasana. Maybe it's legs up and give them a shake, maybe it's happy baby, maybe it's a wide leg forward fold. Whatever you need, maybe some windshield wiper legs. There's lots of options. Whatever's going to feel best for you to end your practice. Take that posture now. And then when you're ready, extending those legs out, finding Shavasana. Extending through the legs, maybe cover the eyes. Tuck the shoulder blades under slightly to find a little lift of the chest. Let the shoulders relax, let the palms turn up. Take up a little bit of space with your Shavasana today. Lift the chin ever so slightly to press the back of the head into the floor. And then take an exhale here, side out. Full inhale into the belly, to the ribs, all the way up to the throat. Hold on to that breath for a moment. And then sigh it out. Repeating that as many times as you need till you can feel like you can surrender. Otherwise, allow your body and mind to take rest, to settle into stillness, while your body absorbs the energy you've created today. I'll bring us out of Shavasana with 3 bells. Taking rest here in Shavasana. Feeling free to stay here as long as you need, letting yourself restore. You feel you're ready, start to deepen your breath. And bring some movement into the fingers and toes. Maybe even the wrists and ankles. And on your next breath, reach your arms back behind your head, slide your feet together, give yourself a long stretch. And slowly bend the knees. Either windshield wiper those legs or hug the knees into the chest. When you're ready, use your arm as a pillow, roll over to one side, pause there for a moment. Check in mentally, physically, acknowledging any shifts from the practice today. And then mindfully press yourself up, coming all the way up to seated. Once you've found that seat, allow the eyes to close if they've opened, hands to the heart center. Bring yourself into the room, onto your mat, and into your body. Connecting with that intention. And allowing the strength, the energy, and the breath of that practice today. Helping with your intention, or help you just with your mindset as you transition off your mat into your evening and your long weekend ahead. We'll seal everything in with one Om or a sigh of the breath. Take a full inhale. Bowing your head slightly. Take a moment, think of one thing in your life that you truly are grateful for. And then hold on to that image in your mind's eye as you raise your head with a smile. Thank you for being here. Drink lots of water, eat your veggies for sunblock. Namaste.